If you're a diehard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. The Cleveland Browns are entering what could be one of their toughest tests of the young season this Sunday, when they host Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers. The matchup already looms large on the calendar, but a new twist in the Browns' preparations has added a layer of concern for the team and its fans. Star left guard Joel Bitonio, a cornerstone of Cleveland's offensive line for over a decade, missed practice on Wednesday with a back injury, leaving coaches and teammates uneasy about their ability to slow down one of the NFL's most explosive pass rushers. Bitonio's absence was notable, especially since only he and return specialist DeAndre Carter, who is in concussion protocol, were listed as non-participants in Wednesday's practice session. With the Browns struggling to find consistency offensively, any potential loss on the line could amplify the challenges they already face against a high-powered Green Bay defense. Bitonio is slated to have another chance to practice on Thursday, followed by the team's walkthrough on Friday, where coaches will assess whether he can take the field against the Packers. The timing of his availability could not be more critical. Cleveland enters the week at 0-2, with an offense that has struggled to find rhythm and efficiency. Through the first two games, the Browns have failed to surpass 20 points, a statistic that highlights deeper issues in both the passing and running games. The offensive line, despite having solid individual talent, has had trouble establishing a reliable run game, leaving Joe Flacco to navigate pass protection under increasing pressure. Though Flacco has generally had enough time to make reads, he has still faced a significant number of hits in the pocket, and removing a veteran like Bitonio from the mix could exacerbate those pressures significantly. Micah Parsons, Green Bay's new acquisition from the Dallas Cowboys, has immediately changed the dynamic for the Packers' defense. The 26-year-old pass rusher out of Penn State has already made waves in his debut season, recording 1.5 sacks while creating constant disruption for opposing quarterbacks. Flacco has been sacked 4 times so far this season, and while that number is manageable, it is the broader issue of generating a credible rushing attack that could prove most detrimental to the Browns' game plan. Cleveland's running game has yet to find traction, with rookie Quinton Judkins providing a brief spark in Baltimore, but still gaining only 61 yards on 10 carries. Fellow rookie Dylan Sampson has seen even less opportunity, managing just 6 yards on 4 carries. With Green Bay boasting a stout defensive front and Parsons' relentless pressure, the Browns' backfield faces an uphill climb, and Bitonio's presence on Sunday could be a deciding factor in whether that climb becomes nearly insurmountable. Joel Bitonio's journey to this point in the season has been shaped by perseverance and a deep commitment to the game. At 33, the veteran lineman considered retiring after last year's disappointing 3-win campaign, a season that left both him and the team reflecting on what could be improved moving forward. Yet Bitonio's love for the game and desire to play meaningful football kept him in Cleveland. In an exclusive interview with Big Play Sports Network, he reflected on his decision to return, saying, "I want to play meaningful games in December and January." Those words underscore the intensity and experience he brings to the Browns' offensive line, where leadership and stability are as important as physical ability. This dedication is now being tested in real time, as the team navigates injuries and mounting pressure to perform against a formidable Packers squad. Bitonio's career trajectory has been marked by remarkable durability and consistency. Since being selected in the second round of the 2014 NFL Draft, he has become a reliable fixture on the Browns' line, starting every game since 2016 with only minimal exceptions. Last season, he started all 17 games, and his availability has rarely been a question throughout his career. His ability to maintain health and performance over a long tenure is precisely why his potential absence on Sunday would send a ripple of concern through the Browns' locker room. The team relies on veterans like Bitonio not only for protection schemes and run blocking, but also for their ability to guide younger players through high-pressure situations. Losing him would force adjustments, potentially altering play calling and increasing exposure for Flacco and the offensive backfield. As Thursday and Friday progress, all eyes will remain on Cleveland's practice field, watching for any sign that Bitonio can return to full participation. His recovery timeline will be scrutinized closely by both coaches and fans, with the understanding that even a partial practice could influence the final decision regarding his game-day status. For the Browns, who have yet to find offensive consistency and remain winless, the timing of Bitonio's availability could have ramifications not just for this matchup, but for team morale and strategy moving forward. The presence of a seasoned lineman like him could provide critical stability, especially when facing Micah Parsons, whose blend of speed, strength, and football IQ has already made him a difficult matchup for even the league's elite quarterbacks. The stakes could not be higher for Cleveland's offense. With Joe Flacco trying to establish rhythm, the running game needing a breakthrough, and the offensive line attempting to hold firm against one of the most dynamic pass rushers in recent memory, every decision regarding player availability carries weight. Bitonio's potential participation may well be the difference between a Browns offense that can move the chains and sustain drives, or one that struggles under pressure, unable to convert critical third downs. As the week unfolds, the Browns coaching staff faces the delicate balance of pushing their veteran guard toward readiness while ensuring his long-term health. With DeAndre Carter also sidelined due to concussion protocol, the team's depth is being tested, and every adjustment in practice will be analyzed with a fine-tooth comb. Ultimately, the narrative surrounding Joel Bitonio this week is emblematic of the broader challenges the Cleveland Browns face in 2025. The team is attempting to reset after a difficult start to the season, leaning on both seasoned veterans and promising rookies to deliver against stiff competition. The potential absence of Bitonio underscores the fragility of an offensive line that has yet to dominate at the point of attack, while also highlighting the importance of leadership and experience in high-pressure scenarios. As Sunday approaches, fans, analysts, and teammates alike will be monitoring his status with bated breath, knowing that his performance, or lack thereof, could directly influence the outcome of a pivotal early-season game against the Packers. The Browns' 0-2 record may not yet define their season, but the path forward is clear: overcome adversity, maximize player availability, and hope that veterans like Bitonio can anchor an offensive line that will be tasked with slowing down one of the league's most disruptive young talents. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. A storm seems to be brewing over the locker room, and it's the kind of rumor that sends shivers down the spine of any football fan. According to sources close to the club, Haslam has called an emergency meeting that could change everything we thought we knew about the team's internal dynamics. And when I say emergency, I mean it's not just another routine check-in. The whispers around the stadium corridors suggest that this is about survival, and in Haslam's own words, nobody is safe, not even the coach. That phrase alone has already ignited a wildfire across social media, with fans speculating endlessly about who might be on the chopping block first. The tension is palpable, the kind that makes the usual post-match interviews feel like whispers in a hurricane. Insiders claim that the atmosphere at the club has been tense for weeks, if not months. Results haven't gone the way anyone expected, and behind the scenes, frustration seems to be mounting at an alarming rate. Players are reportedly feeling the pressure, and the coaching staff is allegedly walking on eggshells, trying to navigate the fine line between loyalty and the looming threat of accountability. In the corridors of power within the club, whispers of disagreements over tactics, player selections, and even training regimens have been circulating, and it seems Haslam has decided enough is enough. The emergency meeting, according to sources, is less about discussion and more about setting the record straight, a blunt message that no one is untouchable. One of the most intriguing aspects of this situation is the cryptic nature of Haslam's warning. Saying that nobody is safe, not even the coach, immediately raises 1,000 questions. Are we talking about a potential mid-season managerial change? Could this be the first public acknowledgement that there is deep dissatisfaction with the current technical leadership? Fans are already drawing comparisons to other high-profile clubs that have seen abrupt coaching departures following periods of instability. Social media is buzzing with speculation, memes, and even bold predictions about who might be the next to feel the axe. The tension is the perfect storm for rumors to thrive, and every minor detail from training sessions to press conferences is being dissected with surgical precision. What's even more captivating is the timing. Emergency meetings of this nature rarely happen out of nowhere. Sources suggest that a series of recent events, perhaps a string of disappointing results, a public spat between players, or internal disagreements that somehow leaked to the press, might have triggered Haslam's move. There's a sense that the club's hierarchy is on high alert, and that the emergency meeting is as much about sending a message as it is about finding solutions. Everyone involved, from the youngest academy player to the most senior board member, reportedly knows that the room where this meeting took place will be remembered as the epicenter of a potential turning point in the club's history. Rumors are swirling about who might be directly impacted. Some insiders hint at senior players who might be underperforming or losing the trust of the management, while others speculate that assistant coaches and technical staff are also in the crosshairs. And then there's the coach, the most visible figure, the one who normally shields the players from the harshest criticisms of management. Now, suddenly, that shield might be removed. The mere suggestion that even the head coach is not safe sends a shockwave through the fan base, as it hints at a level of accountability rarely seen in professional football at this intensity. Some commentators are already drawing parallels to historical shakeups in other clubs, where a single meeting or a single phrase from the owner led to a domino effect that changed the trajectory of entire seasons. The social media response has been immediate and explosive. Fans are dissecting every word from Haslam, from every interview clip to every offhand comment, in search of hidden meaning. Hashtags are trending, forums are ablaze, and pundits are spinning theories as fast as they can. Some argue that the warning is purely psychological, designed to motivate players to push harder, to instill a sense of urgency. Others claim it is a prelude to major changes, perhaps even a bold statement of intent to assert control over a squad that has been perceived as unruly or complacent. The speculation alone is creating pressure on the management, the coaching staff, and even the players themselves. It's a feedback loop of tension that only adds fuel to the rumor mill. What's perhaps most fascinating is the human element behind these rumors. The idea that nobody is safe, not even the coach, creates an environment where every decision, every training session, and every tactical move is scrutinized like never before. Players reportedly feel both fear and motivation, knowing that their position is never guaranteed. Coaches must now navigate the tricky waters of maintaining authority while simultaneously under the watchful eye of an owner who has just sent a message that could reshape everything. This is the type of situation that can either galvanize a team or fracture it completely. And right now, all eyes are on the next steps, the next matches, and the next word that leaks from inside the club's inner circle. As the hours and days progress, the rumor mill shows no signs of slowing down. Every possible angle is being considered: strategic disagreements, player unrest, behind-the-scenes conflicts, and even potential external influences from agents or rival clubs. Speculation is reaching fever pitch about whether this emergency meeting will lead to immediate action or if it's the opening salvo in a longer campaign of structural changes. One thing is clear: Haslam's warning has not only caught the attention of the club's internal ecosystem, but has sent ripples across the wider football community. Commentators, analysts, and journalists are all waiting for the first concrete sign of movement. But until then, the tension, the fear, and the anticipation are what dominate the conversation. At the heart of it all is the uncertainty. Nobody knows exactly what will happen next, but the atmosphere is charged with the electricity of possibility and danger. A single statement, a single decision, could redefine careers and reshape the trajectory of the club's season. The emergency meeting is more than a managerial formality. It's a psychological battlefield where reputations, futures, and loyalties are being tested. Fans are glued to every update, every leak, and every insider tip, as if the club itself is holding its collective breath. In the end, the true impact of Haslam's warning will only be revealed in the coming weeks. But one thing is certain: the message was loud, clear, and unmissable. Nobody is safe, not even the coach. And in the high-stakes world of professional football, that is a declaration that could change everything. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!